Hold back to block, like a coward. Alright, I'm here today to defend my platform that holding backwards to block is not a ludonarrative control schema for fighting games, and neither is holding down a button to block. If you aren't someone who plays fighting games, these may seem like somewhat pointless statements. Yet among fighting game fans, the debates about what kind of blocking feels best are pretty heated. These two options, holding back versus holding a face button, are pretty unintuitive options. Though, I have to say, between the two, holding back to block is at least trying. When you hold a button, you are static and unmoving. Your character is also static and unmoving. There is no action taking place that makes you feel like you are defending from an intuitive perspective. When holding backwards, the character is also physically retreating. Running from the fight intuitively feels like you are not on offense, like it is not your turn to act yet. It feels like you are not attacking. But to a real martial artist like me, it's completely unlike real defense in martial arts. No, seriously, let me break it down. People who aren't trained in fighting do one of four things when they get into a fight, in no particular order. First, run away. Running away is a great defensive strategy, but no one runs away backwards. You turn around and you run forward. Second, you push and flail, shooting your arms out straight, swinging your arms in wide arcs, scratching and biting. These are all motions that require your arms to move forward, with the end goal of creating distance between you and the threat. Third, fetal position, putting your arms up and around your head, ducking down and putting your knees to your chest, potentially even falling over to protect at least one of your sides using the ground. This is the most purely defensive reaction people can have to the threat of harm, and all the movements are forward, inward, and down, not backwards. Finally, grabbing. People will go immediately to grabbing around the torso to twist and push the threat to the ground, wrestling their way on top just like they did play fighting as children. Again, that movement is forward and down, not backwards. All of this should key you in that intuitive defense is forward moving. Do you know what defensive input in fighting games is? A ludonarrative input schema? The Just Guard from Soul Calibur. The Just Guard is a parry ability in Soul Calibur that allows a player to interrupt the enemy combo and create a few frames of opportunity to go on the offense. Do you know what the input scheme for this move was? Forward plus the block button. It is a perfect defensive input because it matches all of the forward-moving defensive behaviors people normally have when fighting with intuition. Soul Calibur could have put the Just Guard on a well-timed button press, as so many other fighting games and action games do. That would have been fine. But by adding to the complexity with a single button, the game delivers on a feeling of forward momentum within defensive behavior. Defense is offense. This input scheme is, in my opinion, most reminiscent of the push and flail behavior intuitive to fighting. I think we can go bigger though. Not only with the other intuitive defensive behaviors of people, but with the more complex defensive strategies that trained fighters employ in martial arts. Next time I cover this topic, we are going to invent new input schema for defensive options in fighting and action games. Thank you for watching, and stay true.